Good day, Graphy family. We want to welcome everyone, first of all, into this amazing room, this amazing space. We feel your excitement. We see your excitement. We have so many people that are inside of this space with us, ready to learn, ready to glean from this amazing guest. I have the honor, y'all, the privilege, okay, to introduce Fiorella. Listen, she is getting ready to come with some amazing, vital information. This is not her first rodeo, y'all. She's been doing this for quite some time. She is an expert in this particular area and field of study. And so I want you to get your notebook out, get your pen out, get your excitement ready, get yourself ready in these comments. All right, as she get ready to give us the spew. Fiorella, I'm excited.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much. And thank you to the Graphy partners for giving this space, providing this space. This is a pleasure for me. Hi, Nico. A pleasure for me. I'm very excited. This is one of my favorite topics I'm very passionate about. And also, I'm going to be very mindful of time. So we're going to talk and do some exercises for 30 minutes. And my intention today is for you to get inspired and start seeing yourself as a powerful creator and understand how much power your heart has. So first, I want to also ask you to put your phone in do not disturb. Hi, America. I'm saying hi to people here. Ana, Alexia, Alexandra, Alberto, Mama, hola, Carol, Chris, David, Gal. Thank you so much for joining. I'm really, really excited to be sharing this space with all of you. So let's take this time to be mindful, to be present, disconnect from everything. And I'm going to ask you to, let's start breathing, taking some breaths. So I invite you to close your eyes and inhale through your nose, the biggest and deepest inhale of all day, and exhale through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And one more time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, open your eyes, come back, and let's set an intention. How do you want to feel at the end of this session? Maybe you want to feel more love, more peaceful, more energetic. Go and be ready to conquer that next meeting, that next deal, sell, whatever you have, whatever is coming for you. Set that intention. Let it sink in. Think it for a moment. What's my intention? How do I want to feel in the next 30 minutes? Okay. And now let's go and talk. I'm going to share a little presentation here about what we're going to be speaking today. This class is called Creating from the Heart and how to align your energy and shape your reality. Along my journey, I discovered that when I am able to tune into my heart and raise my frequency, reality starts accommodating. It feels like life starts working in my favor again, and everything seems to be in flow. So I want to share with you a little bit about creation. The truth about creation is that you are always creating, whether consciously or unconsciously, but everything that's happening around you, you have been creating. And we have a formula for creation, which is to create, we need to have an intention, a clear intention, and an emotion, a strong emotion, and that creates form. So intention plus emotion equals form. So we don't just create with our thoughts, we create with our frequency. And here I'm going to give you an example. You know, probably, you know, some people who are always like complaining, and it feels like everything that happens to them keeps adding to that complaining mode. He runs into situations where the only thing that he can do is complain, 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 and complain. So this is what happens when we are in that internal state, right, of a lower vibration emotion. We create situations that make us stay in that same state. On the other hand, when we are vibrating in a high vibration emotion like love, peace, coherence, acceptance, gratitude, we start our reality, we start shifting what we see, what we notice, and we start attracting situations that make us stay in that elevated state. So let's understand, you know, our frequency. Every emotion that we have vibrates at a certain level. The lowest vibration emotions are like shame, guilt, fear, and the highest are enlightenment, like Jesus, Buddha, peace, joy, love, gratitude. Make a note here, gratitude. It's very important. Acceptance, courage. When we are in our lower vibration emotions, like when we're in shame, in guilt, fear, or anger, we are in a survival mode all the time. So our mind will work and focus and see possibilities that are very limited, will work like short term, thinking, oh, if we are in fear, oh, if I go out, maybe something is going to happen to me. If I sign up for this deal, maybe it won't work out. Versus when we are in love, in gratitude, in peace, first we are balanced. So we can see clear what is for us and what it's not for us. And then we go and we walk through life with a level of certainty, confidence, faith that everything will work in our favor. Hello, 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 everybody. Okay. Yes, Maynard says here the gratitude zone and not the complaint department. Yes. So I have a question for you. If you think about your life or your current mode, in which emotion are you usually in? What's your emotion home base, right? Are you usually anxious, fearful? Are you happy, positive, in a loving mode? The first step to raise your frequency is to understand where you are, to be aware and mindful of where you are. And now I want to talk about the power of the heart, because the heart is the most magnetic organ in your body. It affects your energy field and also, you know, the energy field of your surroundings. And there's a technique that we're going to practice now that is called Brain and Heart Coherence. So when your heart and your brain are in alignment, we got into coherence, and that signal, that formula of creation is very powerful, right? When we are aligned, when our heart is in coherence, when we can feel that elevated emotion and match it with our clear intention, we start creating, materializing that inspiration that we have. And I want to go, one step backwards and just share that everything that we see, everything that we have, everything is energy. We are energy. This pen is energy. The desk is energy. Everything around us is energy. And it's vibrating all of the time. It's vibrating. So here is the concept of, consciousness. We are all one. Everything that exists, everything that we can see is consciousness. We are just embodied in this form, in this body, but we are all energy, and all the time it's vibrating. So depending on how we are feeling, we're going to vibrate in a higher emotion or in a lower emotion. And we're going to attract that matches that vibration. So sometimes when we want to, when we desire something, right, we have a thought, we have clarity, I want exactly this. But if we are not able to feel it and get to that coherent alignment, if we are not able to match that vibration, it probably won't happen. And usually there are some patterns that we have unconsciously that won't let us reach that frequency. So that's why we do the inner work. That's why we meditate. That's why we practice gratitude. That's why we spend time in nature. That's why we connect with other humans. That's why we are in service to clean up all the baggage that limit us, that it makes us be resistant to whatever we want to attract. So before we go into the exercise, I want to ask you, what are you grateful for? There are so many things that we can be grateful for. So what is it for you? What can you be grateful for? I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that we're speaking about this topic, that it's so amazing, so important, that, once I understood it, I realized I start taking my life, directing my life in ways that I felt inspired to, and stop being a victim of my situations. I'm grateful that I have health, that I have friends like you that are here. So what are you grateful for today? Let that sink in. Grateful for your invitation. I'm so grateful that you're here. Lino, grateful for breakfast. Yes, just for being, for lunch, for the Vyasara community, for family and friends. This moment right now, learning about the power of my heart, how to steward its power, seeing that there is more to go, peace, joy, enlightenment. Yes, yes, yes. For waking up every moment, for life. Yes, Ricky, for family, for strength, for courage, for your health. Grateful for health. Yeah, it's so important. Did you know that this year I woke up the 1st of January with a lot of pain, and 3 days later I was being, I went to the hospital. It was appendicitis. That wasn't nice. And at that time, sometimes life gives us these wake-up calls, right? Listen, be grateful for your health, because when you cannot move, when you are in a bed, it's not nice. So yes, grateful for you, Fio, and for my son. Yes, Kati, I love you. Lari, for health, for inner peace, for family, for friendships, for music. Yes, music is such a beautiful way to raise our vibrations. For good health and the ability to do many things with family and friends. Grateful for being born as a human, being to help others. Yes, thank you so much. We are with you, Fio. Yes, yes, yes. I love you and thank you for sharing this. So we're gonna practice. It's 3 minutes that we are gonna do this to go back into coherence. This technique is called Brain and Heart Coherence. It's very simple. I'm gonna guide you, and what we need to do is we need to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, counting to 5, 5 in and 5 out through the nose. And we're gonna focus on the area of the heart. If you want, you can place your hand on your chest, on your heart. And we're gonna imagine that the air is coming in and out of the heart. And we're gonna activate a feeling of gratitude. So when I guide you, I'm gonna invite you to feel grateful for whatever you want to feel grateful, and maybe we can start visualizing and feeling something that we want to be grateful for that maybe hasn't happened yet, right? But we do want to be grateful for that, okay? So let's do some clearing breaths first. So your spine is aligned. If you can, if you're driving, don't do this. But if you are at home, close your eyes. And let's take again one big breath through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And one last time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, and now if you want, I like to place my hands in my chest. This is where the air is gonna come in and out. And we're gonna start counting and inhaling and exhaling through the nose in 5, and visualizing the air coming in and out of the heart. Let's go. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Continue at that pace, focusing on the area of your heart. The air comes in and out of the heart. Feel your heart. And now let's activate a feeling of gratitude. What are we grateful for? For being alive, for being here, for taking time to connect, to work in ourselves, for taking a pause, a mindful pause. Maybe for a pet that brings us so much joy and teaches us about unconditional love, or for a child, for a friend, for a relative, for a colleague at work, for a stranger who smiled at us on the street, for opportunities, for someone who made you laugh out loud. Whatever you're grateful for, just feel it. If you want, you can put a smile on your face and keep feeling that gratitude that flows into your heart. The air is coming in and out of the heart in 5 in the inhalation and 5 in the exhalation. And what is something that you're inspired to, that you want to accomplish? How can we, in our mind, be grateful and celebrate that? Something that hasn't happened yet, but you know it's going to happen. So let's go to that moment. How are we feeling? How grateful are we feeling when this happens? And we feel all the love, all the gratitude in our heart. We notice how our body state changes. We feel the energy. And let's imagine, who are we gonna tell about this new accomplishment, this news that we're so excited and grateful for? Who's the first person that we're gonna call or share the news with? And let's replay that situation in our mind. Maybe the smile got bigger. And with a big smile in your face, saying thank you, thank you, thank you, being grateful for this, we start changing our internal state. So now when you're ready, come back and open your eyes. How are you feeling? I was a little nervous before we start, and now I feel my heart has expanded. I feel grateful, peaceful. Yes, in peace, grateful, so calm and in peace. Yes, I love it. Light and peace, peaceful in total alignment. Yes, guys, thank you, Ravi. Relaxed, excited, calm, but also more aware. It's okay, the heart carries joy and pain. It means I'm alive. Yes, we are alive. And yes, also when we can disconnect from all the movies that our mind is ruminating all the time. So when we can disconnect from that and come back to center, to our truth, to our heart, we're more mindful, we're more aware of what's going on, right? So there's always something to be grateful for, whatever the context is. So we can always do this practice. It takes 3 minutes and it resets our nervous system. Blissful and joyful, yes. And I love doing this. After this, I love playing music and doing this exact same exercise with music. When I'm in the celebration mode, I dance and I recreate that movie that I want to create in my mind. So again, when I have the clear intention and the emotion, reality comes. So this is what we just did, brain and heart coherence. When our mind and our brain are aligned, we tune in with our personal power, with that energy of consciousness, right? This is why meditation and mindfulness And taking a pause is so important because we are usually, ruminating. And when we calm down, when we place stop, pause, and connect, with the breathing comes the inspiration. So then we can tune in to consciousness, to that bigger, higher power, to God. It's like, okay, what's the solution for this? What do I need to do now? Give me clarity. So, what can we do to raise our frequency daily? Meditation, what we just did, is one. Tuning into gratitude. The practice of gratitude is so important because we cannot be feeling grateful and feeling fear or anxious at the same time. As soon as we switch into gratitude mode, we disconnect from fear, anxiety, the future or the past, and we start being present. We are grateful for, what we have, what we are, how much love. We can always be grateful. So that's a great tool, and you can do it daily. You can, as soon as I wake up, I always say 3 things that I'm grateful for. And when I'm about to go to bed, I do another list of what I'm grateful for. And play with it, like be curious. There are so many things, like go to the supermarket and see maybe a color that inspired you, and you can just say, I'm grateful for this new package that inspired me, or for the sun, the park, people laughing, a book, joyful. Gratitude is so powerful. Yes. I go to my home yoga studio daily. Yes. Movement like yoga, going for a walk, dancing, that raises our vibration. When the body is moving, the mind gets disconnected. So we get into our being. Also, our body is so important. Like, how do we tune in this machine that we have, right? We need to get the proper food. We need to get the right sleep, 7, 8 hours ideally, and focusing on increasing the REM sleep percentage. We need to hydrate. Everything that we consume, either what we're eating, drinking, reading, seeing, watching, listening, everything affects our vibration. Being in nature knows. I love going to nature and being in nature, in like open spaces that haven't been touched. I love it. It's really powerful. And also, maybe if you're in the city, if you live in the city, you can go to the park and just walk barefoot a little bit. Or if it's winter in your city, you can touch a tree, and be mindful and just connect. That's gonna raise your frequency. Stillness and presence, like meditation, being mindful, taking a pause, that also raises our vibration. And then connecting with others, like we humans, we are the medicine. So connecting, doing acts of services, helping someone. Usually when I want to disconnect from my mind movie, I go and be in service to a friend or someone. Like, how can I listen? How can I help? And then that brings me to the present and disconnect me to whatever in my mind, whatever illusion I was, creating. So these are ways that we can raise, our frequency. And remember, you are, a very powerful creator. Your journey continues. What you embody, what you feel, you attract. And we are energy beings that all the time are vibrating. And this vibrational output is shaping our world. So this is my message for you today. Like, you are a powerful creator. This is a loving world, a loving universe, and we can tune in to that, and make our light shine. We can elevate, motivate others, and everything starts falling into place, and it's beautiful. So I invite you to create. Think what you want to create. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And thank you, Graphy, for giving the space to host this webinar. Thank you, Fabi, Carol, Maynard, Alexia, Amon. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy that you're here and that you're taking time for you. We live in a friendly universe. Yes. Gracias, Barbora. Gracias, Mary. Gracias, Abby. Lino. Gracias. Lucre, thank you so much. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, guys. So I want to give the space now to Graphy, which is a powerful platform for creators. And then I'm going to stay. If you have questions, we can talk about later. You can connect with me in my social media. I have an account called Awakening with Fiorella, where I talk about the process of awakening, how we come back to center, how we raise and we start creating. You can connect with me on LinkedIn with my name, Fiorella Oldani, and you can also email me at fiorella@oldaniconsulting.com. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm here for questions later if you want.